What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Vince McMahon banned from new WWE HQ, Roman Reigns missing SummerSlam, AEW won a WWE Star, LA Knight vs Logan Paul match moved, Hulk Hogan hacked, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at Vince McMahon banned from new WWE headquarters. On top of today's news is a report that Vince McMahon is now banned from WWE's HQ, a sad reminder of how far the former WWE Kingpin star has fallen. Longtime WWE employee Tom Carlucci, who was released during the pandemic, spoke with Conrad Thompson about his time in the company. During the conversation, Carlucci revealed that Vince is no longer allowed on WWE property. He can't even walk in the building. That's crazy that you drive by the building and you got that big championship belt. He always wanted us from day one because we were in two different buildings. We had the corporate office exit 9 and then we were right down the street from the corporate office, our big production studio. He always wanted us under one roof. That was his dream, to have us under one roof. The dream came and he's not even a part of it anymore. Carlucci pointed out that Vince had a gym designed for him at the WWE's new HQ, and that the gym was created for Vince. He designed the gym with his trainer Mike, who I knew really well. He can't even go in that gym anymore. He can't step foot anywhere. Every meeting that goes on over there, you'll never see Vince here again, from the TKO people. It's crazy when you think about that. He's the legacy. Carlucci discussed the allegations against McMahon. I will never badmouth Vince. Now what's going on with Vince now is a totally different story. There's 3 sides to every story in my book, so stuff is going to come out and you'll see it. I don't know anything about it, but it is what it is, as we all know. As noted by Figure 4 Online, Tom Carlucci first started with WWE in January of 1988 and worked in various roles for the company throughout the next 3 decades. At the time he was hired, only 10 employees worked in WWE's production team. He told Thompson how he's unhappy with how people began to bury McMahon after his departure, blasting Paul Heyman for his comments during his Hall of Fame induction speech. He's a legacy, and that's what killed me about WrestleMania, was everybody just buried Vince. Heyman buried Vince. And with Triple H now, unlike, does Paul remember who bailed Heyman out back in the day? Who made Triple H Triple H? Great guy, I'm not saying anything bad about Triple H, but if it wasn't for Vince, half the guys wouldn't even be there making the money they made. And then you're gonna put the boots to him? Make him guilty before the trial even happens, and you're saying a Paul Levesque guy? There would be no WrestleMania without Vince, so it's crazy that you talk about his legacy and now he's just alone. He's alone. While Carlucci no longer works for the company, his wife is still employed there. What do you think of the latest turn of events from McMahon? Do you think he should be barred from WWE HQ? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, could Roman Reigns miss SummerSlam? Is Roman Reigns coming back at SummerSlam? The rumors of Roman's return have kept fans buzzing ever since he vanished from the WWE following his WrestleMania 40 loss to Cody Rhodes. While it was understood that Roman would take time off after Mania, it was believed he'd be back by SummerSlam at the latest. However, a new advertisement for the go-home show for SummerSlam has some fans and pundits questioning whether Reigns will miss the biggest party of the summer. Ringside News recently reported that a tweet from Cleveland, Ohio's Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, the venue for SummerSlam, doesn't contain Roman Reigns on the promotional photo. This could be a sign that Roman won't be coming back soon, but it could also be a swerve by WWE to keep fans guessing. Whatever the case, the WWE and Roman Reigns have dropped hints over the last 2 years that the WWE Universe will be seeing less and less of the Tribal Chief. If so, the company needs to move forward, building up new stars and making the most of its roster so it doesn't rely on Roman. That doesn't mean Roman can't play an important role when he's available, but it makes zero business sense to tread water in terms of storylines while he's gone. Next up, another AEW star leaving. Is Penta El Zero, aka Pentagon Jr., leaving AEW soon, and if so, could he be heading to the WWE? Lucha Libre Online is reporting Pentagon Jr.'s contract with AEW is scheduled to expire between August and September 2024. He's scheduled to become a free agent. There's interest on the part of WWE in his services. This free agency will be extremely interesting. Penta's been in AEW since 2019, working with his real-life brother Rey Fenix as the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers enjoyed championship runs, including a reign as AEW World Tag Team Champions and AEW Trios Champions, alongside Pac in the Trio Death Triangle. A Ringside News reports that WWE is interested in Penta. One X factor is when Rey Fenix's AEW deal expires. It's unknown whether the Lucha Brothers want to split up, especially if Fenix still has a significant amount of time on his AEW deal. Next up, should Becky Lynch wrestle at All In? Should AEW sign Becky Lynch to a one-night only contract so she can wrestle Mercedes Moné at an upcoming All In show at Wembley Stadium? Or Tommy Dreamer thinks so, arguing on Busted Open Radio that break the bank and give her a one-shot deal, Becky Lynch. Put her on a one-shotter at All In against Mercedes Moné. A break in the bank has never been a problem for Tony Khan, so it's possible he'll make an offer. Nonetheless, Dave Meltzer feels that Becky is more inclined to sign with the WWE when she returns to wrestling. He mused, "I'm sure Khan will want Lynch as well, although I can't see her going because Rollins has already signed his new deal and it don't need to be a part since you'll be getting a huge offer either way. So your choice is work with your husband and bring your daughter on the road with him, or work in a separate company with different schedules. Regardless of wrestling, it would seem like an easy answer as the money in her case will be big either way." Would you guys want to see a one-shot match at All In? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW Want WWE Star. Chad Gable has a big decision as his WWE contract expires soon and AEW is reportedly interested in signing him. Dave Meltzer noted on this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter that both AEW and WWE have interest in Gable. The only thing we've heard is that WWE has made an excellent offer to keep him. While AEW can't officially make an offer to Gable until his contract expires, Gable has probably received news from third parties of potential offers. Whether Gable signs is a big question as he's involved in a major program with IC champion Sami Zayn. That could influence his decision to stay in WWE, but he needs to ask himself whether his push will continue if he stays. Next up, third-gen wrestlers AEW-Bound. Not only is AEW interested in signing more WWE talents, it's also interested in signing third-gen grapplers Ross and Marshall Von Erich. Dave Meltzer is reporting AEW is looking at signing the Von Erich brothers, who are the sons of former NWA World Champion Kerry Von Erich. Probably tied in with running so often in the Dallas area, they're in discussions with signing Ross and Marshall Von Erich. AEW recently signed a deal to tape several shows at Esports Stadium Arlington this summer, so signing the Von Erich seems shrewd in the light of Von Erich's incredible popularity in Texas during the 80s. Next up, Rhea Ripley rehabbing injury. Now it's time for an injury update on Rhea Ripley. Ripley's been out of action since a freak accident led to a shoulder injury, and the latest news comes from The Observer, as Ripley is rehabbing her shoulder rather than having surgery. Right now she's not scheduled back for SummerSlam, but we are told if she heals up faster than expected, or if the storyline changes to where they need her for an appearance, it's still possible. If rehab can't mend the shoulder enough, she could need surgery. Shoulder injuries are tricky and the extent of Ripley's injury is unknown. If she needs shoulder surgery, she could be out until 2025. We wish the Eradicator a speedy recovery. Next up, NXT Superstars appearing in TNA. Could NXT Superstars end up on TNA's upcoming Against All Odds pay-per-view? Meltzer recently shared that there's a belief that there will be WWE involvement in the Against All Odds pay-per-view show on 14th June in Chicago, and NXT teased the idea of Grace vs Tatum Paxley from NXT. Next up, when is Cody vs AJ Part 2 happening? Is Cody Rhodes going to wrestle AJ Styles at Clash at the Castle? While the Rhodes-Styles rematch seems inevitable after AJ laid out Cody on last week's SmackDown, Meltzer is reporting as of early in the week, the plan was for the match to be on 15th June and likely to be announced on 7th June, but it also could be held off until Toronto. The WWE could easily write Cody off with a kayfabe injury and save the title match for Money in the Bank unless it feels it needs to load up Clash at the Castle Scotland. Next up, LA Knight vs Logan Paul match moved. Now there's interesting news concerning what looks to be an upcoming program between LA Knight and US champion Logan Paul, as Meltzer is reporting that the match could happen as early as Clash at the Castle. He noted in this week's Observer, Logan Paul, who will be on the 7th June SmackDown, is expected to face LA Knight. Previous reports suggested the two will wrestle their first match at SummerSlam, which we still believe the case is. Next up, Hulk Hogan hacked? Was Hulk Hogan's social media hacked, and if so, was it taken over in order to defraud crypto investors? The Hulkster took to Instagram informing fans, "Hello family, appreciate your love and support always. Please do not take notice of any of my posts posted today." It appears that Hogan's site was hacked to promote a cryptocurrency coin, as according to the website AIcoin.com, 1 week after celebrities Caitlyn Jenner and Iggy Azalea launched buzzy meme coins, it appears as if the legendary professional wrestler Hulk Hogan had done much the same on Thursday with the Hulk token on Solana. But after the coin was quickly rugged at the expense of investors, Hogan took to Instagram to urge fans to ignore any crypto posts that come from his Twitter account. According to on-chain data from Dex Screener, the Hulk token quickly skyrocketed to a market cap of nearly $90 million, but that's before the price quickly plunged, apparently due to the person who originally deployed the token selling large quantities, a crypto rug pull on buyers, or a classic pump and dump for that matter. What do you guys think of this story though? Did you invest in the Hulk coin? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.